From the North Pole, guess who it is? Santa Claus!
Each December, the U.S. Postal Service works overtime to make sure that nothing keeps Santa Claus from delivering joy during the holiday season. They call their mission Operation Santa. It's a campaign that allows anonymous donors to fulfill the Christmas wishes of less fortunate children.
The program prompts some amazing acts of kindness and goodwill while letting letter writers know that, yes, there really is a Santa Claus.
Your Honor, every one of these letters is addressed to Santa Claus. The post office has delivered them. Therefore, the Post Office Department, a branch of the federal government, recognizes this man, Kris Kringle, to be the one and only Santa Claus.
Operation Santa was made famous by this scene from 1947's Miracle on 34th Street. Parts of the film were shot on location in Manhattan's James Farley Post Office, where the program is still headquartered. Today, the participants are reading letters addressed to Santa Claus, signed by children from across the 5 boroughs. Though they are young, many write about their family's financial struggles. Here's one from 9-year-old Michael. He writes, "Dear Santa, my mother has been working very hard, but the bills are too many and take most of her money. Whatever you can help with can really be appreciated." Or Itzel, who wishes for a Christmas sweater. "I'm counting on you, Santa Claus," she writes, "and I can't get it because I'm a poor little biddy." These are just 2 of the more than 500,000 letters this post office expects to receive in the upcoming weeks. And with more than a quarter of New York City's children living below the poverty line, the Postal Service needs more Santa's helpers than ever before.
Okay, I'm Pete Fontana, and I'm the Chief Elf for Operation Santa.
As the CEO of Postal Holidays, Fontana is in charge of all Operation Santa programs nationwide. This year, he's celebrating the program's 102nd anniversary.
And how it started was the clerks that work at the windows that had the dead letter where the Santa letters would go realized that the letters weren't being answered, and some of them were really needy, so they felt bad about it, so they chipped in their lunch money, went out and bought gifts for these kids, and delivered them to the families themselves.
Nowadays, the Postal Service receives too many letters to answer by themselves. That's where individual donors like you come in. But how exactly does a child's letter make it from mailbox into a donor's hands?
These are all the originals, alphabetical. You give me a number, I'll have it in a second. I mean, numerically, I'm sorry.
Fontana's team spends 6 days a week reading Santa's mail. They make sure each letter is given proper attention. Once received, a letter gets a number and is entered in a database. Next, the process called redacting.
She's doing some of the redacting right now, as you can see. She's going through every letter, making sure that none of that personal information gets through to protect the children and the families.
The letters are then distributed to registered donors, like Stephanie Joba and John Yeager. They stopped by after a holiday-themed race, which explains the glitter and festive costumes. Both said it was difficult to pick which letters to answer.
There was more than a handful that were very touching, heartfelt, sincere, true, and
at one point we just looked up at each other and we both had tears streaming down our faces, and just we didn't even need to exchange any words. It was just like you could feel what they were saying, what they were asking for, and the genuine. It was very heartfelt.
Tamara Williams and her 9-year-old son Rashad looked for letters that asked for necessities, like winter clothing. This year, they purchased donations with the $43 Rashad had saved by doing chores.
I wanted to help kids out because some kids like Christmas and it means a lot to them, and they want presents, and if they don't have presents, they're really sad. Then they might get their beliefs down that Santa's not real.
After they finish wrapping their donations, the Williams will pay for the shipping. The Postal Service takes over from there, matching the letter's number with the recipient's address. The entire process is confidential, and neither the donor nor the recipient knows the address of the other. Next year, Santa's going digital. The Postal Service plans to unveil an online system that will allow donors who can't make it to a participating post office to help out. It's expected to increase the number of letters Operation Santa answers, which this year is estimated at 45,000 in New York City alone. Don't forget to add that to the thousands of letters answered by the 19 other participating post offices nationwide.
You guys want to help? Sure!
With a little help from the Postal Service and charitable individuals, Santa will need to make a couple more stops this Christmas. This is Brittany Mania reporting for NYU Tonight.